What's up, everybody? It's Psych Chicken here. I am here to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And no, I'm not talking about the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare, even though that is probably the gameplay you will be seeing while I talk about this. What I'm gonna actually talk about, I was gonna talk about the trailer and all that and what we know so far, but realistically, if you're really interested already, you've probably already seen the trailer, one, and already know what's in it, and two, you probably already know what is already the few things that are already known about the game, because everyone you probably already watch about this has probably come out with that. So what I'm actually going to talk about is I'm going to talk about the multiplayer. Obviously, we don't know what's in the multiplayer, but I'm going to talk about what I want to see in the multiplayer for me to really potentially enjoy this new Call of Duty, because it has been a little bit lackluster for the most part these past 5-ish years. So I'm going to talk about different things like the maps, weapons, other content that I would kind of want to see in this game, you know, to really enjoy it. So let's, I guess, get started on that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is looks like they're already taking the new Call of Duty a little bit more serious, at least in the campaign style, and that's what I really liked about the older Call of Duties. They took themselves seriously. Like, it was obviously a little more arcadey than, say, like Battlefield and maybe some of the other games, but that was what it was about. It was a little cartoony-ish, but it still took itself very serious and didn't go full extent to the nowadays Black Ops 4 and even Infinite Warfare, where it was just ridiculousness. Like, just like, why is that in this game? Like, this is a shooter about war, and you're putting in bunny costumes. Bunny costumes. What is that? So hopefully they're doing that, what they're doing with the campaign, and putting it into the multiplayer, which would really be nice, and we'll see what happens. Like, I don't know. First thing, I guess, the first content that I really want in this game is better maps. Infinity Ward has always made better maps. They've always had the best designs compared to the other companies. They've kind of stuck with the 3-lane to some degree, but it's been a loose 3-lane concept. So hopefully Infinity Ward continues with that. So they've always made really good and crazy maps. Some people didn't like them. I don't really remember too much about Infinite Warfare, so I could be wrong on that game. But all the other games that they've made a good variety of maps. Some are small, tight 3-lane ones that you normally see, like, you know, Wet Work, and even Shipment's very tight. But then they make the broader ones, you know, like Wasteland and Fuel, if you remember that one, and a few other ones, even Resistance. They make good maps. So Infinity Ward has always had better ones, so hopefully they make them more like that style instead of the Black Ops 4 World War II ones, where they were pretty much all very tight 3 lanes and there was no imagination put into the maps clearly. And so I want variety of height, you know, going through buildings. I want a bunch of different pathways that I can go. Maybe have the baseline of a 3-lane, but make it so there's a bunch of different pathways and different verticalities. And, you know, one thing I really liked about the older Call of Duties was the maps were either very loosely based off or very clearly based off the campaign, which was a really cool idea. My voice just cracked there. It was a really awesome idea. And, like, you know, Terminal was loosely based off the No Russian mission, and then Rust you can see at the very end of Modern Warfare 2 story, and then Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, there was Wet Work. That was clearly based off the very first mission. It was almost the exact same thing. The only difference is you couldn't go through down below and all that stuff. Broadcast map was clearly based off the middle of that game. Like, I really liked that because it kind of brought things together, which was really nice. If they don't, it's not the end of the world, but don't make them so basic and boring. But besides maps, another thing is the kill streaks. Kill streaks are pretty lame nowadays. Like, there's a couple really good ones that most people will use, and that's about it. And a lot of times the really good ones are harder to obtain. They're still possible, but everything's based off the score streak, and so a lot of times, especially if you play the objective game modes, it takes a lot longer because the scores are a lot smaller. And that's, I feel like, the biggest problem. I understand where they were coming from with doing the score streaks, and it was a good idea. I feel like, to me, Modern Warfare 3 style was so much better. It wasn't just an actual score, but like any objective based thing you did help towards your quote unquote kill streak. It was still, you had to get 5 of this or 7 of that, 11 of this, but it was each kill counted as a point. You took down an enemy UAV or whatever it was that they had up, that counted as a point. You score a place in domination, like you capture a domination point, you destroy a bomb or plant a bomb. In demolition / search and destroy, that all counted towards 1. It wasn't like, you get 75 points for this, 30 points for that, blah blah blah, and like, freaking some of these are like 2,000 points to obtain. And I feel like the good ones still need to be somewhat obtainable. Like the crazy good ones, like the Modern Warfare 2 nuke, still needs to be a lot harder to get, because especially the Modern Warfare 2 one, the game ending nuke. The basic good ones, like AC-130s, chopper gunners, things like that still needs to be somewhat obtainable for the game to be still fun, and also like have these objectives count towards something, so the worst Call of Duty players can still obtain those kill streaks and things like that, even do the support kill streaks that they had in Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost, or something like that. So the bad players still can do something and still feel like they're earning something, but the really good players can really feel like it's possible and fun to get the better kill streaks, because those are fun, but it's still rewarding to earn the higher kill streaks. Something that I feel like is not really the case anymore, because it's either really hard to get or they're just really lame, so it's not really that rewarding. Whatever. So hopefully they can make the kill streaks a little bit more rewarding and easily obtainable, and also just straight up better. Some of those like specialist guys things that they have in Black Ops 4, like those used to be kill streaks, now they're just kind of bleh. And yeah, that's just my opinion, but hopefully they can do that in to what I want. And also, this is kind of going to be controversial, because I'm personally, after having both for a while, I kind of want to go back to the way it used to be, because I felt like it was just better gameplay for everyone. And that's just my opinion. I don't want the pick 10 system. It was a nice idea and it worked for a little while, but overall I feel like the way they used to have it, where you had to have one of these 3 perks as well. I mean, the perks are just awful now, and I feel like if they went back to that, it might be a little bit better. I obviously I could be very wrong on that, because I feel like they changed perks into a lot of the perks they changed into attachments, which is in a way a good idea, but then that just feels like I have to have all these attachments for this one gun, which would then make it so I don't get all these other perks. And so I feel like kind of putting some of the things back into perks, like, faster reloading, like sleight of hand type of thing. Anyway, that's my thing. But the pick 10 system, I feel like, you can have 1, maybe 2 attachments depending on your perk that you use, and then you have to have 1 of each 3 perks. And you have to have a grenade, you have to have a flash grenade or some type of tactical grenade or whatever it is. I don't know. That's just my thought. I prefer the other way it was. Not having the pick 10 system was kind of nice. Yeah, whatever. We'll see how they go. It'll probably still be the pick 10 system, but that's just my opinion. I liked it the other way around. It was kind of nice having the option to have like 6 attachments, but overall, I never did that, and I liked having the perks and everything, but no, that's my opinion. And then lastly, what I'm going to talk about is mainly the weapons. They need more weapons. They don't put them in the loot boxes or anything. You know, the way they used to do it was if they very rarely put a new weapon, but what they did was they put it in the map packs. You got it if you got the map packs. And if you're gonna do that, do it that way. That's what they should have done from the beginning. Don't put them in these loot boxes and things where you have to spend $3,000 for a chance to get these weapons. Black Ops 3 did it so way too much. There's just so many weapons in Black Ops 3 that you could only get through crates, whatever, loot crates, whatever, loot boxes, I don't care, whatever you call it. They put them all in that, and it was just a possibility of you getting it, and then there was a bunch of random crap that you didn't want, and it was just very stupid. Like, they just need more weapons in the base game. Don't make it so, you know, you put this many guns in the base game where only a couple of them are even good, and then you go into putting the extra ones in the loot boxes and things like that. Make it so I can actually buy it. That's just my opinion. Because I mean, like the older Call of Duties, the older Modern Warfares. So the first Modern Warfare, COD 4, only had 27. The next one, Modern Warfare 2, had 43. The next one after that had 49. Give me about 40 guns or more, and that'll be perfect. So, I don't know. That's just my thing. I think they need to have more weapons. Don't put them in DLC. It's just bad. So, that's my opinion. That's where I'm going to leave it at. I might talk about more things, like, especially, like, you know what? I'm going to talk about outfits. I said the last thing was the last thing, but I'm going to talk about the outfits and things like that they're clearly going into. Like I said, I want them to take themselves more serious, but they can still have those outfits. The first 3 that you get if you buy the certain edition, those are really good. Those are the outfits that I want. Don't make them like freaking Bunny Rabbit McGee over here. Take your outfits more seriously and don't put them in loot boxes. Be like Fortnite, which it seems like they might be going towards that route with like the free DLC and things like that, or free maps. Just go the Fortnite route. The Fortnite route they do it pretty well. You periodically change the store, and if you want that outfit or gun skin or whatever camo, make it so I can buy that directly. Use that as the COD points. Don't make COD points into the loot boxes and things like that. I just show me an outfit. If I want it, I'll buy it. If I don't want it, then I don't buy it. Don't make it so it's just random. That's just my opinion. Go the Fortnite route. They do it pretty well there, which is very hard for me to say, as like I don't mind Fortnite, whatever. Anyways, I think they just need to go that route. Don't do the randomized bull crap. I think it's a terrible thing that they have made, and it's ruined games a lot. If you're gonna have microtransactions, have them more like the way they had it in Ghost, Black Ops 2, where you saw a set of, you know, camos and things like that, and you could buy it if you wanted it. If you didn't, you didn't have to. You didn't have to go through this RNG thing. So, hopefully that is what they'll do. That's what I'm hoping from Call of Duty in the new one. I'm hoping they take themselves seriously, even in the camos, the outfits, things like that, weapon skins. Do the weapon kits from Modern Warfare Remastered. That was cool. I liked that idea. It didn't change the gun. It didn't give you any benefit. It was more of a still serious looking thing, but it changed the gun's look completely, but it was still a really cool thing, and you could get it if... Well, you couldn't at the time, but I liked that. I really do like the way they did it in that. Kits, weapon camos, things like that. Be serious about it. And that's all I hope. So, that's what I want from the new Call of Duty. Let's hope they actually do at least some of these things, especially the weapons and even maps, of course. So, but we'll find out soon. I hope. I don't know when they're planning on releasing information on the multiplayer, but hopefully it's soon. And I know a couple times I probably rambled on saying the same thing. I do that sometimes, and hopefully gonna get better on doing that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Definitely hit that subscribe button. I could really use all the help I can get on that part. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. I should have a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, or not remastered, Modern Warfare 2 COD Rewind soon. Hopefully, no, it won't be Modern Warfare 2. Sorry, it'll be World War 2. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I rambled on probably a little bit, saying the same thing about the same things. But that's what I wanted to say. Hopefully soon I should have a World at War COD Rewind very soon. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, definitely subscribe, hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. I know you do. You know it. So, leave a comment, tell me what you want to see in the next Call of Duty. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.